Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I'm working on my mission inspiration for May. Yep, I'm a month behind. I actually finished this in May. I finished it during the 100-day project and just took me a while to get around to editing. And I actually debated whether or not I wanted to share this video because it's not all that fantastic. It's okay. So, I guess I should look up the prompts for May for mission inspiration. Let's see. So, I know the colors, pretty sure at least two of the colors, I don't know how many colors they give, was a blue and a yellow. That's why I picked this particular page, because it had blue, but I end up covering most of that up with another shade of blue just because I didn't have that shade of blue. I don't even remember how I created that shade of blue. I think it was probably some sort of inks or watercolor a long time ago. I just took scrap papers to create this journal. Let's see, I was trying to find Mission Inspiration's Facebook page. Come on, Mission Inspiration, where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright, and I have this yellow artist tape. This is not painter's tape where it will pill up. This is the tough stuff. I think I might have thought it was, I call it non-stick tape. But it is definitely permanent tape, artist tape. But it's yellow. I thought that was strange. I don't buy artist tape anymore because that stuff is expensive. Alright, the colors were green, yellow, and blue. The image on the Facebook group, the blue is quite pale, so mine's a little darker than that. And then the prompt is let there be light. Windows, sunrise, moonbeams, rainbows, lamps, or candles. So I think I kind of incorporate a few of these things. I did not add a rainbow, but I'm adding a window. And yes, my wall is yellow and the sky outside is blue, hence the blue rectangle. So I try to measure this and center it. I don't know. I'm ruler challenged. Can't remember if I edited out doing one side, because I do one side and then I flip it over and do the other side. Oh yes, I pulled out my grid. I thought maybe that would help me get in the middle. I need one of those centering rulers where it has a 0 in the middle and the numbers go out on either side. I think that would be helpful. Sorry for the interruption. Had to go answer some questions. Right now I'm just trying to find the middle, and I'm using the white Arteza paint pen, I think is what it is. And I think that's where I look at it and realize that is so not centered. So we're going to flip it over and we're going to do this all over again. Try harder to get it centered. I should use even measurements so I'm not doing fractions, because apparently I'm ruler challenged. I think I said that already. If I didn't, I am. So I'm just using the white as the window frame and the divisions between the window panes. Yeah, so that is what that is, what's happening there. I don't know why, but I struggle with the white paint pens. I struggle with any paint pens, but white is my nemesis. I should have just taken some white paper, cut it into 2 strips, taped it in a plus sign right over the top of that. We would have been done with it by now. I do speed this up quite a bit. I mean, the whole thing's already sped up, but this part I sped up even more because, yeah. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat. Had this issue ever since I had COVID last month, and it's been a month, right? It should be done by now. But I'm still gonna blame COVID. Anyway. Kind of looks like a flag, doesn't it? And just so that I can use up more white paint, we're going to go around the edges. Is it just me, or do all paint pens just sort of stop working? I'm not even using it on what media. I'm very careful now. Because I've done that, damaged the pen on something that wasn't quite dry, but I'm very careful now, but I still have a hard time with paint pens staying fresh. I think they just naturally just dry on the tip and nothing can come through. Sorry for the coughing. All right, so I do go around it with a black pen, and this is just I think it's a ballpoint. Just to sharpen it up a little bit. I felt like it needed it. And I don't know, it kind of gives it a little bit of dimension. Not that this page is anything fancy. So here we go. We are going to put our window opening on our yellow wall. And it's yellow because it's getting a lot of light. And that's the theory I'm going with. Alright, so the other side, I felt like it needed to have the whole thing be blue. So I start out going around the edges with the paint, but then I just go into the center. I don't completely coat it, so that's that other part is not completely gone, but pretty much, And it is a wrinkled up piece of paper, so it's still going to have that texture because I think it was when I was dyeing something, it was the drop paper. And it got really moist, if I remember correctly. When I got this far and I remembered I wanted to use up Happy Mail that I got a long time ago. I have like this box of Happy Mail when I used to have a post office box and stuff. And so I decided I wanted to use some of it. So I'm going to pull out some pieces. Or there they are. Already pulled out. And I'm going to use them. Apparently I'm thinking, what am I doing? Green was the color, so that's why there's green there. And I think I decide this is going to be a candle. It's going to be a green candle. So I'm going to trim it to make it a little bit shorter and a little bit more narrow. And I'm just going to kind of ink a little bit around the edges just to take the white off. I think that might have been like an olive green. And I'm going to take a piece of that artist tape. I think, is that what I do now? Yeah. And I'm going to cut it like the flame for my candle. That's going to be sitting in my window. So if you're interested in Mission Inspiration, if you haven't heard about it before, it's a Facebook group and done by Mike Deacon, and he has a YouTube channel. I will try to remember to link in the description box below if you're interested. I'm just shading around that flame with the pencil just to give it a little bit more definition and finish. Tried to put a little paint on there. That didn't really work. Alright, so now we're going to go over and play on the other side. And I decided the other side was out of doors, outside. And so I took more of that. I think it's paste paper. Is what they call it. I think I've seen Barb Owens talk about it. I've never tried to make it, but I think that's what that is. And that's going to be the ground. And I wanted to include this. I don't know why, but and also one of the suggestions was sunrise. So I figured I would use it. And I glued that down and it was stuck, so I couldn't put it underneath. It probably would have been better. But I decided to cut it so that it was sticking out like that. Yeah, so that's what I did. So it can be whatever you want it to be. It could be a peacock. Like I said, I wasn't sure I was going to show this one, but, you know, why not? I do have the footage for my next one. I need to edit. That'll come out on Wednesday. And that one is going to be, if I can fit it all, it's going to be the project I do with all the scraps from my 100-day project. So if you're interested in that, that will be coming up on Wednesday. And that one was fun. Like, I could keep fiddling with it too. You'll see. Anyway, I have a lot of footage. I don't know how much I'm going to show, but I'll definitely show the construction of what I make. Anyway. And that was just, it was like a sticky note. Like, it was sticky on one end. I just added glue stick to make it stick all the way. And just adding a couple of bits. Little paper girls. And a punch. I actually think all these papers came from Cindy Utter years ago. That's how long I've had them. I watched her today. They're doing a artist trading coin YouTube hop with a few people for Art Joy of Sharing. I am doing the artist trading cards, so those will be coming eventually. But if you want to see what I'm currently working on, I try to post at least once a day on Instagram. And since I'm doing the artist trading cards for June, I'm posting one there a day for June. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it on this. I'm just giving a few finishing touches. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like my channel or this content, please hit the like button and subscribe. And thank you all for watching. Have an awesome day.